This is very spiritual, very powerful. Water, it makes life. Water disappears, the labor disappears. Water disappears, my farming disappears.
This area is extremely dry, and it's not getting any better.
People don't realize how variable our climate is here.
If you like the volatility and the supply issues associated with gasoline prices, you're going to love what's going to happen as far as food supply in the next 5-10 years.
Nobody's going to want to buy oranges at $5 a piece.
My name is Jesus Ramos. I was born in Mexico City. The area all they could provide was schooling up to about 6th grade. So there was only one thing to do. Go to the norte, like everybody else was doing. They handed me a bag, a little clipper, and a ladder so I could pick oranges. That was the very beginnings. It's life. It's a series of tiny little goals that you set yourself up to accomplish. I'm extremely proud of what I do. Every aspect of it. I love it. What is not to love? I own about 140 acres, and we mainly grow oranges. I'm what you see behind me. That's what we have become. When I bought my first farm, the field work was nonstop from my very arrival up to today.
When we first moved out here, we had icicles. It froze. We had icicles hanging from the trees. And I was like, oh no, we should have never bought this. Oh gosh, it was terrible.
You have cold weather, you have bugs. These are true concerns when you are in this business of farming. And of course, what we're going through these days, which is the lack of water.
We're in a very severe drought in California. It's rated as extreme, about the worst drought classification you could ask for. We've had losses in the several $billion this year in terms of the economic return to the farmers. How long it'll last? You know, we've had droughts that are 1 year that are incredible, and we've had droughts that are 100 years, and there's absolutely no way to tell. All the people who say El Nino will save us are smoking a controlled substance. They have no idea.
A lot of people are losing their land, they're losing their trees, losing their whole life. You can't have a full packing house staff unless you have that produce to come out. So you see a lot of people getting laid off.
There's families in these little towns, and everybody just depends out of the work that these farms provide. I would 1,000 times rather not have anything to eat myself, but that payroll check to those workers is completely sacred.
There has been a shift in policy changes from Washington and the state of California away from communities, business, and agriculture to the environment. People argue you can always adapt, but the people that'll be left to adapt will be the corporate producer. The people that'll be left to adapt will be singularly focused. Profit. It won't be emotion, it won't be providing food. it'll be profit.
If we continue with this drought, the land will devaluate to almost nothing. You probably wouldn't even be able to sell it because nobody would want it. What would be my options? Trying to salvage as much as I could and run? Chase the water? Go to Washington State? Yes, let's do that. Let's go to Washington State. I don't want to go to Washington State.
There is water to be found in this state. It's just not being made available to the San Joaquin Valley because we are a very low-income, rural population with less representation in the legislature than our urban counterparts. I mean, this is really a David and Goliath battle over a resource.
This is the second year that we are at zero water allocation. You have to make the sacrifice and purchase the water at whatever price they sell it to you. I wanted to show you this. Water alone was $33,730 to make a crop that paid $16,000. You tell me if survival is in our horizon. If this coming winter doesn't rain, it doesn't rain plenty, I will not be able to sustain those losses very long.
We got a letter saying the price of the water. So we sat at the table and we decided, well, we got to have water for certain grows. So we had to knock these ones out.
The permanent crop, you're hoping that that's a crop that you're going to protect and perpetuate year after year for 30 plus years. For Jesus to actually bulldoze out trees, he's determining that he is not going to have a future opportunity to recapture that crop for 30 years out.
Our business is becoming really small, very rapidly. What's going to happen to your kids? What's going to happen with the people that work with you? Everybody would have to spread out to look for somewhere to live and work. I don't like thinking about that a whole lot. Do you question your faith, your belief in God when you see these things? I try not to. Your tone changes whenever you talk to him and say, hey, you're pushing a little hard, no?